speed, go!
Everybody, hey, welcome to Cocktail Time, everybody here at 4-Player Network. It is Sunday. Oh, I forgot my drinks. I totally
really getting everything up.
I did. I totally forgot my drinks. It's okay. We've been busy. We've been building. We've been doing wonderful things for Cocktail Time. Everybody, welcome to Cocktail Time here at 4-Player Network. I am your host of Cocktail Time, Joseph Christ, and with me, as per usual, is Bob on the lower right. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing pretty good.
And also on the lower left is Christopher Davis, editor extraordinaire.
I try.
He does try. He does very well. So I forgot my drinks. Like 100%, I forgot my drinks.
Go get them real quick.
I should, but I should let chat know the reason I forgot my drinks is because we tonight on Cocktail Time is going to be the first time, and hopefully continuing, we'll see how this goes, where we're actually going to be able to take live callers on the show tonight. I know, it's crazy. Chris, they say they can't hear you very well, so if you can turn up a little bit, that'd be nice.
Can you hear me now?
I made him a little bit louder, so that should be.
That sound real good.
Yeah, sound good. Sound real good, baby. You're sounding real nice. So anyway, we're going to be taking live callers. We're using this sort of weird browser-based third-party application that might fail completely. So how we're going to work it is we have a phone number and an extension. When I give those out, you guys can call up, and you'll be put in like this holding pen, where you'll be able to hear us, but we'll have to unmute you to talk. I won't see your name, so if I'm going to pull you onto the show, I can see your phone number, so I can just call out the last 4 digits of your phone number and say, hey, 9739, you're on the air, or that kind of thing. But we'll be giving that out in a little bit. I need to get my fucking drink, I guess. Hold on one second. So while I'm getting my drink, you guys can do your toast of the week. Let me get toast of the week music up here. Where's my toast of the week music? The hell's going on? Hold on.
It's a complete fucking mess.
It's a complete mess tonight. Totally, because I've been so concentrating so much on getting this caller thing to work that I now can't find the. Oh wait, I was in the wrong screen. Okay, Bob, you go first. I'll be right back.
Wait, I got something awesome to drink.
What?
I've got something amazing that I'm drinking today.
I want to see this. I don't want to miss this, then I can't get up for it. What do you got?
Well, so for a shot, I'm doing a shot of spiced rum. So I'm going to get that poured out.
Okay.
But for my actual drink, I'm going to be drinking actually found this beer in rum everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
Boys everywhere.
Gotta lick that stuff down. So I actually found a beer that was on in one of the grocery stores around here. They sell a lot of really interesting beers, and it's a Belgian beer. It's a Belgian ale, but I have no idea. Look, it's a Trappist ale.
Trappist ale?
Trappist.
Like a trapper, like a
Trappist Rochefort?
Like a small trapper?
Like it's a Trappist Rochefort or something crazy like that. And it's imported, and it's I think it's 11.3% alcohol.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's almost like one of those rogue beers or something.
Yeah, a little bit. Like it's a really kind of strong Belgian beer. That was great. But it scored really high on Beer Advocate. Mm-hmm. It scored like a 99 out of 100. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to pick this shit up. So that's what I'm going to be drinking today. Ooh, it's a nice dark beer, too.
Oh, nice. See, I need to get myself some rogue stuff. I'm not rogue. Oh, Rogue is good too, but the Rasputin stuff, I really like that stuff a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I do like the Rogue stuff. That's a pretty beer. Look at that.
That's
It's
gorgeous.
not bad looking, even for beer.
It's like the color of a hardwood floor, an expensive hardwood floor.
Yeah, it better taste like one, too.
Yeah, for, yeah.
Yeah, I think the one bottle was like $6 or $7.
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. Well, I have one big ceramic bottle that is long drunk from Rogue.
Oh, that's good.
Is that good? That's a 7.
Oh, man,
that's just. Yeah. I can feel it.
Like, first, as dark as it is, like, it doesn't have that very charcoaly flavor that you normally associate with, like, the darker roasted grains.
Oh, right. But what I have is or I used to have, is the Rogue Russian Imperial Stout, which is just
That's good.
amazing. Really amazing.
Try it, Tara.
Really
You'll like
amazing. Makes me feel good in my panties. In my pantaloons.
The Rasputin Imperial IPAs?
Yeah, it makes my pantaloons explode with pleasurable goo, delight.
Yeah, one of my more favorite beers is Brewing Company's. I've talked about them before, but Dogfish Head Brewery.
Oh yeah,
And they do a beer. Their 90-minute IPA is really good. It's an Imperial IPA, but they also have another one. I can't think of what it is right now. But it's a very kind of a dark roasty beer. It's one of those beers like you only really need to drink one of, and you're really happy.
Nice. Yeah. All right, Chris. What's your fucking toast? What's a toast, baby?
Oh, my toast. My toast, of course, goes to Capcom
For
Dragon Dogma.
Yes. Finally, he's finally fucking played it. 2013,
Yep, I finally played
and
it.
Bob has finally fucking played Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, it's good. I'm sure we'll be talking about it a lot.
We're gonna play. We'll talk about that tonight. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's 90. Okay, we got their. I love their Midas Touch, and Palo Santo Marin is another beer that they have. It's really good. Dogfish Head.
Oh, right.
I just looked it up on their website.
Nice. All right, Chris Davis. What are you drinking? What's your?
I'm
toast?
actually drinking tonight because
Oh, really?
tomorrow's MLK Day.
Yeah, he's got no school
I have the
or
day
work.
off.
He's got the day off.
This is awesome.
You lucky
So-
bastard. I have to go to fucking work.
I have work as well
Yeah, my company
because
hates the black.
my company hates
Hey.
black people. Yeah, our companies hate
Yeah.
black people.
Yeah.
No,
That's what you get when you.
both of you shut the fuck up
Bob-
because you get paid more than me and you get fucking vacation time.
Bob-
So don't give me that
Yeah.
shit.
Bob codes for the KKK, if you don't know. And I do environmental work for the neo-Nazis of the North America. So we don't get MLK off.
Well, I've got a combination of vodka and kind of a V8 splash thing juice. That's actually a pretty good combination.
Uh-huh.
V8
V8
I know, it's
Splash?
fucking boring, but
Wait, so like the V8 Splash stuff?
yeah,
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
it's pretty decent.
Nice.
And my toast this evening is going to be Adobe Premiere Pro CS5
Ah.
for, oh my god, how many hours I've spent this week working on fucking videos. Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm amazed that program didn't crash more than once.
For those who don't know, Chris Davis has been doing our top 10 videos that you've been seeing all week over at 4playernetwork.com, and they've been amazing. They've been great. And he's been spending hours and hours and hours. I think you said that just Brad's alone took 7 hours, something like that?
Brad's took 7 hours to work on. Most of the other videos took about 4 to 5 hours. And mine today, God, took about 6 hours in and of itself. Because,
Oh, wow.
so I think that in addition to actually working 30 hours a week, I think I've put in about 45 hours doing videos this week.
You deserve a raise.
That's insane. You do.
You know what? Double what we're paying you.
Double. Whatever we're paying you, double it.
Yeah.
Just double it.
I will bring that up at the next staff meeting.
will.
I will quote you.
Whatever your salary is, just double it. Double it. I have to get my drink. But, what am I fucking toasting to? What am I toasting to? I'm toasting to this fucking browser system we're using for the calls, and hopefully it doesn't fuck us up. Whatever this is.
It's a little premature there.
I know.
Well, I guess either way, you're going to be drinking.
Either way, I'm going to be drinking. So,
Yeah.
to this little browser program that we're using for the calls. Should I give out the number now? We'll just say fuck it. So for those of you who want to call, I'm going to call in. The number is going to be 617-500-7147, extension 305. You'll call the number, it'll ask you for an extension, and that'll get you into the show, and then we'll pull you in when we're doing callers and stuff. You might be waiting for a while because, what do you think, the show revolves around you fucks? But it's 617-500-7147, extension 305. Bob, start talking about Dragon's Dogma, and while you're talking about Dragon's Dogma, I'm going to grab my drink real quick.
And while you're talking, I'm going to zone out very slowly.
I was going to say, I will just talk to Chris, the known lover of fantasy genre RPGs.
Absolutely.
Dragon's Dogma, and I'm just going to evangelize.
Just evangelize.
And tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong, and I'm going to burn in hell for this.
There are many reasons why you should play Dragon's Dogma, and
I'll be right back.
The main one is you should just roll a mage and pretend that they are. It's placed in the future, and they're using science.
They're using science.
Magic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a futuristic RPG placed in a planet far, far away in another galaxy.
Far away.
Yes.
Was it a long time ago?
No, this is the future because we want to be science fiction.
Future. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making certain.
Well, I mean, so is Star Wars okay? Because it's in the past. Does that make it more like fantasy than Star Wars? Midichlorians, is that the answer?
Yeah. Midichlorians. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess it is still kind of a sci-fi theme, though. Star Wars.
What kind of guns do they use in this game?
They're guns. They're manual. They're very mechanical. They're run by tension.
Tension.
Yeah, tension.
Emotional tension or physical tension?
Physical tension.
Tension. Okay.
The bullets are made of wood. And actually, they're really long. They're very, very long bullets.
Very long bullets made of wood.
Yeah.
Fired off by physical tension. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, there are many varieties of them. Some are just maybe about 2-3 foot long, the guns, and some are 4 feet long.
Oh,
of course, the bigger ones shoot further.
Bigger ones shoot further. I would expect that. Okay.
Yeah.
But tell me about the spaceships. I got to know about this. Tell me about the spaceships.
So the spaceships are actually living. They're entirely alive, and they use biomechanical. They're aerodynamic. They have wings.
All right, I'm back. Bob, I'm back. Can you start again, Bob? I missed something.
Yeah. We're talking about the futuristic space drama, Dragon's Dogma.
The cyberpunk Dragon's Dogma.
Yes,
that's one of my favorite cyberpunk games out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're liking it.
What do we want to talk about? The Dragon's Dogma thing.
Dragon's Dogma. We're talking about Dragon's Dogma. Your experience finally getting to Dragon's Dogma. We have two callers, by the way.
Actually, I opened up the game yesterday. I have this. This is the copy right here. Since I was playing it earlier on the feed,
right.
I just unwrapped it yesterday, and I have the receipt still. And the receipt says it was purchased in July of 2012.
Jesus Christ.
So it's been in my living room unopened for roughly 5 to 6. It's probably closer to 6 months now.
I like the idea that that you've been playing these really, really, really shitty Kinect games while staring at an unopened copy of Dragon's Dogma.
I know, yeah. I think the whole reason I didn't open Dragon's Dogma when I bought it was that was about the time I was starting to go full into working on the new website.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, I know I'll probably if I get into the game, it's an epic RPG. I'm going to spend way too much time on that.
Right.
So there's no way I can dedicate time to it.
So I mean, we can basically push back phase 2 is what we're saying.
Yes. No, I'll be able to somehow manage juggling all that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Who knows? But yeah, it's just finally, I guess the thing that really did it for me was seeing this game appear so many times on the top 10 lists and with all the category lists. And I just decided, fuck it, I've got a copy and it's in my living room. I've got some time this weekend. I might as well go pick it up. And then we can actually have a video game to talk about on the show.
Yeah.
Other than Dark Souls.
A decent one, actually.
Yeah. No, actually, I got a few video games. I can talk about BLOPS 2, too. So, but
you and Carlos had a bro session.
Oh, we did. We had a complete bro session. We had a bro down.
A bro down.
Throwdown.
Yeah. So I've been having like a little kind of moving in between like a liking really liking. I like Dragon's Dogma, but I'm having a little trouble with it, and mostly I think it's with the characters, the classes, the vocations I'm choosing, and how much time I'm spending in those vocations. I've gone through. I started off because I know almost everyone I know that plays this game. It played basically a ranged character. What are they called? The ranger.
It's called a magic archer. Is what I ended up.
Archer. Yeah, I was looking at that, trying to do that out. But I wasn't. I was like, everybody's doing that. I want to try like maybe a rangy, casty kind of nasty nuker. Yeah. Instead of being I'm just a meat wall. I'm just going to stand there and take hits and not do much damage.
Right.
That was pretty much between those two choices. I was like, fuck it. I'll try the whole ranged magic choice, and the mage is not that exciting. Not to start with. So I'll tell you what, it might not be exciting to start with, but the higher level mage spells start getting fucking ridiculous. That's what I saw. Actually, I'm using a couple of pawns. I'm using Bella.
Oh, how is Bella treating you?
She's pretty good. I've been putting a lot of things inside her. Good. She likes that. She's quite a good mule. She holds a lot. Yeah. Oh, she can really pack it in.
She can really, really pack it in.
Oh yeah, I got two other pawns, but they're not carrying as much as Bella is.
No,
she gets a lot of attention.
Cavernous, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
You could, if it gets cold outside, you can climb up inside her and go to sleep.
And of course, you have to make the obligatory. And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But since I was going a ranger, and I was like, I'm just going to pick up a tank pawn probably, or I wasn't going ranger. I was going a sorcerer, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to balance out the party. My main pawn is going to be a ranger, or what are they? What the fuck are they called? They're not rangers. Like the original initial class. What's it called?
The initial. I don't remember. I don't know. Archer. Or it's not. No, it's They start off as a rogue.
Scrapper. Strider.
There you go.
And I was thinking, I was like, Lord of the Rings, what the fuck?
Half-Life 2, Strider.
Oh yeah,
that's too. Yeah.
It's a little closer to the Lord of the Rings one, though. Half-Life 2 Strider. Actually, no, Chris, it's exactly like the Half-Life 2 Strider.
Exactly.
This is why you should
Sweet! Awesome!
You get people like going on 3 legs and then shooting these wooden bullets out of their face.
Yeah.
Very long wooden bullets, right?
Yeah, very long wooden bullets.
Yeah, you should definitely pick it up, Chris.
Yeah.
It's right up your alley.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Sounds definitely.
So my pawn has had a bit of a journey.
Oh, really?
And I think I created some pawns. I must have downloaded the Dragon's Dogma demo because it actually imported all my characters. And
that's right, I forgot about that.
The main character I made, oh shit, is she ugly? Yeah. So I had to go fix that. I did not want to play that character. But my pawn, I opened up. I'm importing this. This is something I made months ago. Probably it must have been even before I bought the game, obviously, because I was playing the demo like maybe a month or two before then. And I open up and I load the pawn in, and I see it's this tiny little dude, this tiny little man, this little boy. And I had named him SwaddleCock. SwaddleCock. Like, he's SwaddleCock. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm keeping him. He's going to be my little mini mini strider dude.
Your little SwaddleCock. Oh.
Little SwaddleCock.
Oh, dear SwaddleCock. The moments we've had. The times we spent together.
So,
dear sweet SwaddleCock.
Exactly. Like I started playing with SwaddleCock.
I imagine SwaddleCock like being a little limpy. He's a little slow. He's a little slow.
A little limpy, and at first you have to take it really slow, and then it gets faster and faster.
Yes. And he's a little slow in the head. He's got some, Yeah. Oh, SwaddleCock, when do you ever stop falling down? Please don't. Please don't.
What I started playing the game, and I had SwaddleCock with me through as soon as I got my pawn.
That's a great name.
I was able to play with SwaddleCock from the beginning town, and we ended up going on adventures. And we're going through and killing wolves and killing bandits and killing goblins and going through the dark forests. And SwaddleCock is there by my side, right behind me, every step of the way. and I get into the main town, and I get to there's a story quest where you have to go into the Everfall. And at that point, I was going in down, getting ready to go. I think I was coming back out of the Everfall. And
wait,
thing comes up.
Whoa, you're in the Everfall already?
The first part, you go into you go investigate the Everfall. Remember?
I don't.
So you first fight the first ogre. No. It's a second ogre.
Oh, wait. So in the basement of the pawn.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that was
spiral staircase. You go to the bottom, and then you get a bunch of these like tentacle things popping out.
Yeah, I forgot that was also called the Everfall.
Yeah, it's called the Everfall. That's where, I guess the pawn's guard. I don't know. So I'm coming back out of the Everfall, and I actually I think it was before I even got into the Everfall, and I get this message. His message pops up, and it says this name is inappropriate for a pawn to be played online.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Right.
I look in and I go, oh shit, SwaddleCock, no! And his name comes up and it's just a bunch of stars.
Oh no. They took away his identity. I had to
go through and I had to change his name. So now SwaddleCock has been renamed to Tiny Tim.
Oh, that's still appropriate, you know.
Well, I had some pressure there, you know. I was mourning the loss of SwaddleCock.
Well, you know what's funny that is, I don't think you had to rename him, and I'll tell you why. I think when you're making your pawn.
Yeah, there's like an online thing.
No, but there's an
online name.
But isn't there an option that if you can name him whatever you want, you can name him like, Dick Mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
But it also gives you the choice. It says if this name is inappropriate, choose an alternative name or something, and you're able to choose your alternative name.
I chose the alternate name. Yeah, I did.
But they still wouldn't allow SwaddleCock.
No, they didn't want me. They wouldn't want me to have They wanted to take the SwaddleCock away from me.
Why would they
getting me down?
Why would they do that to SwaddleCock? I
don't know. He's just a small guy.
He never hurt anybody.
Because Capcom are assholes.
Tiny SwaddleCock.
But SwaddleCock never hurt anybody.
Never did.
I am going to drink my shot because we totally forgot to do this. I am going to drink to the memory of SwaddleCock.
Yeah, you know what? I will too. I have a little bit of vodka here. Let us do this. Let us do this. This toast is to the memory of SwaddleCock. To SwaddleCock. So, there's a 512 number in here, and I think it's Carlos.
Oh, no.
So let's take our first call. This is, see what happens here.
Hail Mary, full of grace.
So, over 6396, is this Carlos? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, no, who is this?
Hi, guys. I'm calling from Washington, guys. I'm a really big fan.
Oh, thank you, man.
I sort of got into your podcast. It's pretty cool.
What's your chat name?
What?
What's your what's your chat name?
I'm actually not registered. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Is that going to be a problem? I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally. We forgive you. We're like Jesus.
Should I have registered? Did I do something wrong?
No, we're like Jesus. We forgive all. That's what we do here. We're not.
Oh shit!
Oh, that is Carlos. That is Carlos. Oh, and he hung up. That's son of a.
It was a 512 number. How'd you not realize that?
I don't know. Well, you know why I didn't think it was Carlos, because I actually, when I saw the 512 number come up, I checked in my phone and it didn't match his number. So.
Oh shit! But you know what? Let me check something.
I figured it might be Carlos. Carlos, you son of a bitch. All right, we'll take one more call, then we'll move on with this conversation. Let's see this guy right here. All right, 8471. You're on cocktail time. Who is this? Hello? If your number is 8471, you're on the air. Hello? Is this might be Carlos again.
No, hey, how's it going?
How you doing, man? Who were you in chat?
Man, this is a lot. Big Boss like cheeseburgers.
Oh, Big Boss.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, how's it going? All right.
Good. Yeah.
My balls isn't a nest of baby spiders.
It is. It is, or it is not a nest of baby spiders. Because we could arrange that, I think, if that's something you want to happen.
Oh. Joke's on you. I'm into that stuff.
Yeah. Did you play Dragon's Dogma at all?
Uh-huh.
Did you play Dragon's Dogma?
Excuse me? What?
Did you play Dragon's Dogma?
Oh.
Are you like Bob?
Oh, yeah, I played Dragon's Dogma.
What, and it was your game of the year, I presume. Are you high, sir? What's wrong with you?
No.
Not yet.
It's kind of hard to hear you guys, actually. A little difficult,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah. This program's kind of shitty. It's a browser-based program, so it's pretty ghetto.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, we can't all be winners, right?
We can't. We can all be losers, though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. No, we can all be losers together.
That's true. Like a big loser orgy. Whatever that smells like.
Do you have any plan for this? Were we supposed to ask a gaming-related question, or anything
we usually
specific?
don't have any plan at all. That's usually the problem here. You're welcome.
Well, I mean, this is this is a good time to create a plan.
I know.
Type of system.
I know.
For
Exactly.
future chatters.
Exactly. We might actually do like a call-in question thing at some point. This is basically a pilot. We wanted to try this shit out and see if this actually works out or not. We like to try things.
Well, may I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Oh damn! All right. Is there any type of game where, like, after you finished playing and the credits were rolling, you were like, it made you think and it made you almost reflect on your life? Like for me, Braid was one of those games that I really looked back on and I was like, whoa, I didn't really think about it that way.
Interesting. You guys? Bob, Chris?
Yeah. So, Amy, I reflected on my life. What the fuck am I doing?
That's true. Actually, Bob plays a lot of Connect games, and every time the credits roll, he reflects on his life.
It happens every 2 weeks for me.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
Why did I play Power Rangers Connect? And why?
Did you really think about your life?
Why am I wearing Why am I wearing my underwear on the outside of my pants and wearing cardboard armor? God damn it! What have I signed up for? I just wanted a code.
Why did I buy Steel Battalion?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No. I didn't buy it.
Oh, that's good.
I rented that shit. Good God, there's no way I would buy that fucking... Oh.
I can't think of anything that... Any games
dye my hair?
I would say mine is kind of like because these were back to back, and it happened a couple years ago. But if you've ever heard of a couple of games called X-Blades or Velvet Assassin,
oh yeah,
then you know true horror and the destruction of a person's soul. Because good God, those games were so terrible that I could not play games for 3 days afterwards.
Oh man,
I couldn't do it.
If we're going by bad games that made you really question yourself, I think mine had to be Comic Jumper, 100%. Comic Jumper, and actually that one made me kind of question just the industry in general, because Twisted Pixel is such a supposedly revered developer, and everyone kind of sucks their bearded cocks, and that game is so fucking terrible. It's so fucking terrible. It's just. I don't know. My own personal opinion, I think Twisted Pixel is probably the most overrated development studio that's out there, but that's just me, and I'm an asshole. But all right, man.
All right.
Thanks, Big Boss. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Later, man. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, so Dragon's Dogma. Let's continue with that.
Okay.
So you went to the Everfall. You fought the ogre.
Were there robots? Were there robots?
There are biologically engineered enemies that are larger than normal and covered in hair, and they have horns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
robots
they are
with hair.
Yes, they are enhanced. They're like a genetically enhanced kind of monkeys.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Dragon's Dogma, the futuristic space drama.
Oh, the futuristic space drama called Dragon's Dogma with with the giant robot gorillas. You mean that have the giant robot gorillas that have the fishbowl space helmets on with the giant antennae coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and they have laser guns. Little ones,
yeah.
little tiny ones though. Little tiny ones.
You can't really see them.
No, they're very small.
Not gonna lie, you can't see them.
Yeah.
They're invisible.
Of course it's good.
So yes, I lost SwaddleCock, and so like I've been kind of fooling around with the different, I guess, the vocations rather. With I tried out the mage, trying a little bit. The intro mage is kind of sucky. I think the main problem I was having is basically trying to figure out the playstyle I want to get.
Right.
I tried the sorcerer, which is the more kind of DPS class thing that you're just basically there's no support, no healing, and after I got to the point where I had a tank, I had Bella, I had actually grabbed I want to say who's the big there's a big dude with Drake. One of the chatters. God, whose pawn is Drake? I think it might be locked.
Oh, locked usernames.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, because I'm. Danger Locker. There we go. That's it. That's why I thought of lock because it was Danger Locker.
Is Danger Locker the one that's like it's like 100 and something level?
It might be. I don't know. I can't really remember.
That's likely
but I've spent probably about, I would say maybe playing this game so far 5-6 hours.
Okay.
I'm not that very far.
Yeah,
I'm one of those kind of careful gamers that goes through and like explores everything. I'm still having a problem of being a complete kleptomaniac and just picking up everything I can. And I'm just
that's a good idea. That's a good idea with this game because there's a lot of stuff that seems useless.
Yeah.
That you'll need later. It's like skulls.
Right.
What do I need these skulls for? And they like eventually.
Oh, shit, you need skulls?
Well, there's a quest for the skulls. Like it's more of a collection type of thing.
But I guess there is that kind of stuff. It's like, why do I need these fucking bugles? And then you get a quest. It's like, oh, I need to collect fucking 20 of them. Holy shit!
There's a quest for like 100, I think. For 100 bugles.
Fuck that.
Use your item storage.
Yeah. Oh, I've been shoving everything in there.
Throw everything in there. You'll eventually figure out. You'll eventually figure out what you need and what you don't need. Like that's stuff that's absolutely. But there's really no vendor trash in this game.
Yeah,
you know,
I think everything you have either can be used by you or can be combined into something else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or used as an enhancement for weapons or armor.
Right.
So it's just I've been picking up every fucking thing, and I still have a problem where I still don't know what to carry on me if I go out into the woods.
Oh yeah.
So I actually ended up picking up. Oh my god! I picked up locks. I used locks. Mage, is that right?
Danger Locker.
No. I think I got Locke's name. Locke's mage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because actually, when I was broadcasting, I was like, does someone have a support mage? Because I wanted to be able to. I changed into Lockette. That's Locke's.
Oh, I've used Lockette as well. I've used Lockette.
Lockette's fucking badass.
She is.
She has an ability that can cure any ailments on your party members or most ailments on the party members. So I don't need to actually carry a lot of the things that help you remove them, because there's a fucking ton of different status effects in this game. I didn't realize how many there were.
There's a status effect for being wet.
Yes,
that makes you more prone to electrical damage.
There's wet. There's torpor. There's silenced. There's poisoned. There's on fire. There's just so many. There's petrified. There's so many of these fucking things.
Yeah, you won't get into petrify for a while, but when you do, it's a pain in the ass. There's a beholder you'll fight a few times way later in the game.
So it's like classic D&D.
It's like a classic D&D beholder that has different stuff, and then one of the things they do is petrify, and it sucks because what happens with the petrify is it doesn't happen immediately. You get petrified, and then it's a slow process that takes about 5 or 10 minutes. But you slowly slow down and slowly slow down. You slowly turn to stone. At the end, you become stone. And you just poof into dust.
Dead?
Dead. Yeah, dead.
Shit.
So if you don't have anything against it, it's
remove that. Yeah.
Remove
God, that's horrible.
And even killing the monster doesn't remove the effect because you already have the effect. So keep that in mind.
I mean, these are nanomachines that are infecting players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to keep throwing these out so Chris can just he wakes up every. He's like. What? Nano machines? What? Laser guns. Shepard.
Naomi, the nanomachines.
See, the Beholder is actually the Beholder is in the future. This is it's like a necromorph. It's got all these things like it's like Dead Space.
Right.
Yeah, it's a Beholder. I
think Carlos is back on the line here.
Bitch.
Let's see what Carlos is.
It's not Carlos.
It's got to be Carlos. Hey, Carlos, is this you now? 6027.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, this is pretty cool what you're doing, even if it sounds like ass.
Yeah, no. Just
one. Let me do this properly. Let me ask one quick question, okay?
Okay.
For the cast to talk the whole time.
Everyone wondering, this is actually Carlos this time. So
yes.
All right. So let's imagine for a second that your girlfriend and your mom switch bodies, like some Freaky Friday shit.
Freaky Friday.
And you bring them back normal. Let's have sex with one of them.
What? Oh.
I totally. What did he say? I totally missed that last part.
So your girlfriend and your mom switch bodies. The only way you can bring them back is to have sex with one of them.
Oh, which one would it be?
Yeah,
your girlfriend and your mom.
I'm gonna hang up because I'm gonna listen to the feed because it sounds a lot better.
Okay. So
kisses, bye. Love you.
Later, Carlos. So Carlos,
I already know the answer to this.
So
question.
you'd fuck your mom because your girlfriend's in it?
You do that, but you roofie and knock her out.
What? How would that make it better?
Mom doesn't know what happened. She wakes up. She thinks she had like an episode or something like that.
I would, men are visual creatures, and so I think I'd have to. I
would not want to. Yeah,
I'd have to do the girlfriend with
girlfriend
my
body.
Mom.
Yep.
Girlfriend body,
That'd
mom,
have to
mom
be
mind.
And I think you're right, Chris. Roofies.
Yeah.
For me.
For me, yeah.
I would take Viagra and then roofies right after. And just go to
During
town.
the whole experience.
Go to town with myself. With me if you need to. So anyway.
I have nightmares now.
Phone call?
I know. So you're liking Dragon's Dogma, I'm figuring. It seems like right there.
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of it's very open. It's an incredibly open game.
No, yeah, it is.
Well, space is like that.
That is true.
Well, yeah, it's you venture forward from star hubs to star hubs in between.
Well, the great thing about that Dragon's Dogma does, the Dragon Dogma does is, I never liked the whole Bethesda thing where they level up the world as you level up.
Yeah.
So you can basically you can kind of go anywhere and be okay, or you're fighting wolves everywhere. And
Skyrim doesn't do that, does it?
Skyrim does that, yeah.
Really? I kick ass.
No, Skyrim does that.
I kick so much ass in Skyrim. It's like one arrow and everything's dead.
Yeah, but Skyrim does that, definitely. But, I
know they started with Oblivion.
It did start with, Oblivion was the first one that did that, yeah.
Yeah.
But Dragon's Dogma has it gets harder the more you push out from your home cities.
Oh, yeah.
And so you get to the point where you're exploring, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, there's a giant thing over there. I don't think I should be here. This is now getting frightening, and I love that about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It does remind me a lot of that. It's got a Dark Souls vibe. Mm-hmm. So much so that I keep trying to roll back away from things to dodge.
Yeah.
It might be that I just finished like a 60-hour playthrough of Dark Souls, but
sure.
I really like the feeling of the game. Like I almost wish that they had the same. Like I like the Dark Souls combat a lot because it's so action oriented and it's so simple, but there's so much depth to it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That it's almost one of the best action RPG combat mechanics out there that I can think of.
Yeah.
Except for maybe like something that's a little more over the top. Like I know Darksiders 2 did a really good job of having kind of the action RPG combat.
Right. Yeah.
But it's there's not really combos. There's some things you can pull off. That's kind of been my problem with getting into Dragon's Dogma is getting used to where I'm placing the abilities, which abilities I'm using, when I should be using the abilities, that kind of thing, and trying to figure out which abilities if I keep leveling up a certain vocation, it's going to lock higher and higher abilities. Should I just stick with one for now and just try to level that all the way out, or max it out? So I'm going through. I think I linked a list of pretty much there's a big list of the different vocations and how you level them, how they affect your stats.
Right.
And I think Sorcerer is the highest yield right now, so I might switch back to Sorcerer and kind of do that since I now have a support class, a support healer, whereas the Sorcerer doesn't have any heals, and that just kind of shit hit the fan because I had like a tank, a melee DPS, an archer, or a strider, and me, which no heals. So everybody was getting their asses kicked, and I was like, fuck, what am I going to do now?
Yeah. And you will go through healing stuff, healing things
crazy.
Really fast. So you definitely, having a healer mage in there is you just need one. It's probably.
Yeah. And the fact is, as time goes on, I think as time goes on, or as you take damage, your maximum health drops.
Yeah, so you can. So basically, there's two healing bars. There's the main. It's almost like
main potential.
It's almost like there's a wounded bar and a critical hit bar. To where if you get hit with enough criticals, you get hit hard enough, your life bar actually shrinks to where even if you
the criticals that shrinks it.
I think so. So even if you get healed, you can only be healed up to that certain point. And I think the only way to get it higher is to actually use curatives that you eat or to sleep in an inn. So the mage can only do so much. Right.
They can only bring you back up to your current health bar, not your maximum.
Exactly.
But your current.
Yeah, because your maximum will drop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm really liking the mechanics. I can easily see myself spending a lot of time in there. Oh my, so many fucking quests.
Yeah, there's
so many fucking quests.
And there's the world quests, the side quests, the board quests, standard RPG fare, but there's so much to do. And I don't know, there's so many. The thing I love about Dragon's Dogma is there's like very what would seem like simple design decisions that make so much difference in the game. For instance, just the mechanic of the lanterns and having to keep them filled with oil, and when you go out and having to use the lanterns so they only sort of light up a little bit around you. Yeah,
I might actually have to drop the gamma a little bit on my game to make that darker to the point where I actually have to use it. I'm starting to, because I can only play it on normal. I can't play it on hard.
Right.
So I'm trying to make this game more and more into Dark Souls as I play.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be like that experience where I go into the woods and I'm afraid to fucking be out there at night. Because I can't see shit.
Yeah, and that's what you want in Dragon's Dogma. Because one of the best experiences I had in Dragon's Dogma, and there's a lot of experiences like this, but one of the first times I went out at night was I was going out with my party at night, and we have the lanterns, and I was in the dark woods that's straight north of Grand Soren. And I'm out there, and I start getting attacked by a couple of zombies, and I'm fighting them, and I can only see a little bit away from us, and all of a sudden one of my sorcerers throws a flame wall, and the flame wall goes off about maybe 20 feet away from my character, and just in the light of the flame wall, I see silhouetted 20 other zombies out there that I didn't see, and I was like, holy shit! And we just hoofed it back to town, because I was not prepared for that sort of fight. But yeah, just the moments like that are so wonderful.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's gonna be a game I have to, really contend with the amount of time I have to spend on it.
Yeah, and it's good that you played Dark Souls first, because Dark Souls is a really good, I think, lead into a game like this.
Yeah,
because it's not as brutal as Dark Souls is. It's actually I found it to be a lot easier than Dark Souls in some ways. But it's also, in some ways, it's a lot more interesting as well, just because of the different skills and the different job classes and the way they all kind of work together. They kind of make the combat a little more interesting, whereas in Dark Souls it's a little more. Dark Souls is a little more straight.
It's all solo focused.
What's that?
It's all solo focused.
In Dark Souls,
so it's all self-sufficient.
Exactly. Yeah. When in Dark Souls, it's all about that loneliness of being out there by yourself.
Really oppressive atmosphere. Just I'm totally fucking alone. I'm going through these like, going through the fucking Tomb of Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that place is scary as fuck.
Yeah.
It's dark as fuck.
Yeah.
And there's some enemies in there. You're just like, what the fuck is that thing? It's like a bone skeleton thing, but it's all like skewed just differently, and it's like a dog. It's like a skeleton walking on like 6 legs. It's fucking weird.
Robots.
They're robots.
They're robots, and then there's bounty hunters that have robot legs, which makes them run really fast.
Good.
And
I was beginning to think you were talking about a high fantasy game, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. Why would they talk about that kind of piece of shit?
No, and there's women cyborg assassins, and their breasts become missiles, and
that sounds fantastic. I want to play this.
Only when it's cold out, though.
Yes, the temperature has to drop to a certain degree, and then the missiles come out.
A temperature system. That sounds interesting. I should really look into that.
A fully functioning weather system.
God, can you imagine like having a temperature system, like a weather system in Dragon's Dogma, where if it's rain, you get soaked.
Oh, and you're always
too cold.
Yes,
you have to you kind of regain stamina slower. You get a kind of a torpor.
Oh yeah, so you're kind of just slower in general. If you're, so in the summer heat, you're more less immune to fire. And when it rains, you're more immune. You're more your chances of getting hit by an electrical attack are higher.
Oh god.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
It's way too fucking involved.
Yeah,
but it would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Carlos keeps on spanning our number in chat.
Carlos. So with we were talking about Dark Souls real quick. I can finish off on what I was saying. What I did. What I finished up on Dark Souls.
Let's hear it.
Prepare to Die edition.
So I saw in the in our weekend What Are You Playing post that's over on 4PlayNetwork.com that you did it. You finished your 100% run.
No, I finished my first playthrough.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
It's going to require me to beat the final boss one more time, and to beat another boss one more time after that.
Oh, okay. Because
I need 3 souls of Sif, who's the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I think over the past week, I did the Archers of the Abyss content for the Prepare to Die edition, which is awesome. I talked a little bit about that last week, but I think I only have 4 or 5 more achievements to get.
Right.
And one is because I need to get another. They have these Titanite slabs, different color slabs to upgrade and maximize your weapons. And there's a limited number per playthrough you can get.
Right.
I need 1 more slab to complete my fire weapon, which can give me 1 achievement. I need 1 more. I need to beat the game once more so I get the other ending, because there's 2 endings to the game, depending on what choice you make.
Right.
I need to complete I need to cut off the tail of 1 boss. Priscilla, fuck that bitch. She's not hard, but she fucking dies before her tail comes off.
Oh, I see.
It's hard to get her tail off, for me at least. I need to find some kind of technique, or I need to get someone who has the Prepare to Die edition in chat, who already has her tail, to trade it with me.
Oh, so you just need
fuck that bitch.
You just need the tail on your person. You don't need to actually do it yourself.
You can trade it. Like people are saying it's shut up, Gold Chrono. It's not easy. I need the strategy to figure it out. Like I can kill her easy. Like I basically was dodging her because she turns invisible. Mm-hmm. And you can't figure out where her tail is. I got it down to pat where I can understand like exactly where her feet are in the snow, because you can see her feet in the snow. Mm-hmm. So I can figure it out exactly. Like, okay, she's going to attack me right here. I'm going to roll, and then I'm going to hit her back.
Right.
And it's just like I was doing that for like 30 to 40 minutes. One fight. I was using a wussy ass sword, trying to cut her tail off. And after that 40 minutes, I ended up killing her with this cheap ass, stupid, tiny broken sword.
So Warsaw for us over at our chat at 4pp.tv said throw knives into her back.
Throw them into the back? I threw the knives, but like it didn't cause her to decloak, because usually what you can do is you can stagger them. If you stagger her, if you do enough damage, or if you do use a weapon that has a high enough stagger on it, they'll kind of stumble back.
Right. And
if you do that to her, she'll go uninvisible. Mm-hmm. I have a divine sword. If I use it, it's going to fucking kill her.
Yeah.
So the problem is you don't want
to kill her.
My faith build is really. I'm using a pyro faith build. Mm-hmm. My faith is really high. If I use that sword, it's going to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah. So somebody sent him the fucking tail. Just somebody mailed him the tail through.
Just join
Dark
me in the
Souls
game
mail.
and give me the tail because I got one more chance to try it before I get my next game playthrough. But other than that, I think it's just like that's the one tail I need, and then the rest of the weapons I make from boss souls. So it's pretty much just that. Like I need the ember, I need the tail, and then I need to beat the game once more.
I see. Actually, Warsaw Frost has said if you throw the knives into her back, then you could see the knives and know where her back is when she's invisible, and use the knives as a reference because the knives won't be invisible. They'll be floating.
But the knives
around.
disappear after a certain amount of time.
Okay, I guess you just have to keep doing it. Maybe that's what he's saying.
Yeah, you might have to keep hitting her in the back.
Yeah.
Or you might actually be able to throw the knife in her front, and then you have that as a point of reference.
Either way, I think just the knives is to use the knives. I think is what people are talking about here.
That's true.
You know,
that's good thing to do. Arrows, I probably could use arrows. My dex is not that high. I won't do too much damage to her. Mm-hmm. It's better because now the next playthrough she's gonna have more life.
Yeah, so that'd be easier. At least
lasers. I mean, there's.
You mean battleships are coming down from the third moon of Endor?
And they're trenches.
It's filled with
midichlorians.
It's filled with a Jabba army.
Yeah,
it's a very slow.
Now you're starting to
army.
make sense. I mean, I don't know what y'all were talking about earlier.
The slow but powerful army, the Jabba army.
So actually, Chris, are you going to be playing this next Saturday?
What, Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Oh fuck no! No! I'm waiting until my new build, which is like in March or April.
Oh, why?
Because I can't stream games and play them at the same time.
Oh, because you got an older PC.
Why would he be playing Dark Souls this Saturday? Am I missing something?
He bought Dark Souls.
Oh,
I did buy Dark Souls.
Why did you?
Because it was like $15 on Steam. So.
But you hate those games.
It's for inebriation. When I play games that I can't stand and I get drunk to them.
That's right. We forgot about we talked about this and I totally forgot about it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, I haven't done it in a month and a half, so
that's right. You've been busy.
It was about a month and a half ago you were talking about it. I guess during the same sales. Yeah.
Right.
So. But I'll get around to it. Just not right now.
I think you'll hate it.
I'll probably get very angry.
I can't.
I'll be too drunk to care.
No, I think you will. I can't imagine anything about Dark Souls, Chris, that you would enjoy.
Make sure if you're going to play it on PC, for the love of God, use a controller.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, use a controller.
You have to use a controller. If you have an Xbox controller, all the better.
I've got a corded 360 controller in the closet, so
thank God, use that thing.
Yeah. What's funny though is I think Chris Davis, I think he'd hate this game, but I actually think he'd also be very good at it because you're good at video games, and Dark Souls is all about it's a skill-based game primarily.
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's not like you're relying on die rolls to hit stuff like in normal RPG.
It's not. Your stats help, but I mean, people have beaten the game with minimal levels.
Yeah.
It's mostly about execution.
Well, let me ask you this: have y'all played The Witcher 2?
Oh yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay. Would you compare the difficulty of The Witcher 2 to Dark Souls in terms of combat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then I think I might do okay.
Yeah, I would say so. In fact, I didn't find Dragon's Dogma that difficult. And you know what? If you
mean Witcher's 2?
If you have,
why are you talking about Dragon's Dogma?
Because they're talking about Dragon's Dogma.
Wait,
never mind.
He was comparing Witcher 2 to.
There's too many RPGs. No,
what the fuck is going on?
Dark Souls is harder than The Witcher 2.
I can understand that. But I mean, if it's
Witcher 2 is much
within
more
the ballpark of difficulty, I can probably stand it.
Witcher 2 is much more forgiving, and it gives you more tools to work with. Whereas Dark Souls, too many, and there's D's in these fucking things, and there's too many dragons.
Dragon Souls, Dark's Dogma.
Dragon Witcher Souls gives you kind of less to work with, So
yeah,
you'll see.
Okay,
it's very simple. Okay. It's mostly about everything is about understanding the enemy movements and how to beat them.
Yeah. The Delago in chat over at 4pp.tv watching live put it well. He said, The Witcher 2 has difficulty sliders. Dark Souls is just fuck you.
Yeah, there's no slider. It's just Dark Souls difficulty.
Yeah, there's no difficulty sliders or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't think they put in like an easier mode on Dark Souls 2.
Well, here's the thing. Dark Souls 2, I think they're actually including a difficulty level, a level of difficulty. So I think there is like a
I don't see that's a
easy
problem.
or
Like,
casual mode.
I'll probably just play it on the hardest difficulty. I'll be happy.
I understand why people would be angry about that. I'm kind of against it. I sort of like the idea that Dark Souls is, in a way, kind of how games used to be, where this is the game, and if
I guess it's like a badge of honor. It's an elitism kind of thing.
Oh, 100% it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is.
But if you get someone that's going to enjoy this type of game, I mean, all the better for it. I mean, the more popular it gets, the more versions and types of these games you get. As long as they don't get neutered.
I mean, as long as they're not changing the core difficulty for majority of players, they're just going to play that. They won't play the easier mode.
And I can't see From Software getting rid of that.
No,
they would not get rid of that.
They never would.
This is just a way for more people to experience the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of their older games, fuck.
Well, yeah, we were talking about Kingsfield.
Yeah, I'm going to find a copy of Kingsfield somewhere. I'm going to find a fucking copy of it, and I'm going to beat it.
Just Amazon it.
Really? They have it? It's on Amazon?
Yeah, that's where I got my copies on Amazon.
Shit, it's PS1?
PS1, that's correct. While you're looking that up, let's take another caller. Let's see what's going on here.
Holy fuck! How much did you pay for it?
Let's not talk about that. So,
holy shit!
Caller 1332, you're on Cocktail Time, if you're even still there. Let's see.
Did you get the PS1 one or the PS2?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey!
Who was this?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Who are you in chat?
Let's just call me anonymous for now. Actually, no, I'm not going to go that route. Hey, how's it going, Joseph?
Good, man. Who are you in chat? I missed that.
He's anonymous. He didn't want to go there.
Oh, he didn't want to go there.
No. It's not Carlos. That's the important thing.
So we know it's not Carlos. So he's embarrassed to be on Cocktail Time.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I'm actually embarrassed to be on Cocktail Time as well.
Weekly.
I'm forced to do it. Terrible. If I don't do it, Brad will rape me.
You will. You haven't seen his off-camera face.
You haven't seen his member. It's huge. He's not actually overweight. That's his cock wrapped around his waist multiple times.
You'll understand if you look at the background of his house why there's so little furniture around. It's because he can't turn right.
He can't. There's holes in the wall, just kind of about 3 feet up off the ground.
He's not getting his security deposit back.
It's not. Oh man. So thanks for calling. So do you have any advice for allowing Chris to enjoy his time in Dark Souls? No. All right, whatever. All right, I hung about him.
Oh, God damn it! But I think it's really. I think the problem is just the quality. I called in and it's hard to hear.
Yeah, no, it's kind of hard to hear, and there's actually lag as well. So
oh yeah, yep.
So we'll do our best with it. I actually so the person who fucking Carlos keeps on putting it up. There's the guy who made this program. It's like one guy who put it together.
Oh, wow.
Who coded this. So yeah, I'll talk to him.
They're probably using like one switchboard out in 617. That's gonna be Boston.
It probably is.
Yeah, and I think it's Boston.
It's way out there.
But it's probably like a one cheap ass switchboard out there running calls.
Well, I mean, if you can get this working well enough, I would pay $10 a month to have a really good working version of this. Hell yeah, because if this worked really well, this would be fun for the show. So, But Carlos is. I'll talk about that anyway. God
damn it!
So Chris.
Did you get the PS1 version of Kingsfield?
I got the PS1 version of Kingsfield 1 and Kingsfield 2.
Oh, you got the PS2 version of Kingsfield?
No, PS1, I think.
I found. Oh, Kingsfield 2. It is PlayStation.
Yeah, it's PlayStation.
Jesus
1.
Christ! You paid too much for that.
I actually don't remember what I paid. I might have gotten a deal.
How'd you get a deal on that? Oh, never mind. I'm looking at new. Jesus Christ.
Oh no! Don't get it new.
Jesus fuck Christ.
Yeah. So how much? How much?
I'm seeing a copy on eBay here for $650.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I was looking at new prices on Amazon.
Okay.
They both would have been. Getting both of them would have run you $200.
Yeah. No, don't get that new.
And then okay. I'm looking at how they use. That's okay. Awesome.
And
I might actually go buy this used now. On,
and then if you're buying it new, like you can't open it because
it's going to decrease the price down to $6 from $100.
Exactly. It's just a collector's item. So you'd actually have to buy a new one and a used one.
Yeah, I'll go and I'll pick. Fuck yeah, I'll definitely pick both of these up and play them.
Yeah, they're a pain in the fucking ass. So
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Is it anything like? Can you kind of get that hint of Demon's Dark Souls?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like a PS1 version of it, and it's in first person.
Oh man, is there any kind of a lock on?
No, and it doesn't. And it's so old, it doesn't even use the analog sticks.
Oh no!
You walk around with a D-pad.
Oh fuck! Can you turn with a D-pad?
Yeah, there's no analog sticks.
Oh Jesus Christ!
This is old, dude. Like, yeah, it doesn't use the analog sticks.
Well, maybe I'm gonna reconsider that. That's way too old.
I don't think you're really understanding what playing this game is like. I mean, part of the difficulty of the game is the fucking controls. You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the PlayStation 1.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of games. I mean, even I have a copy of what is it? I have a copy of Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Is it? It's not the Land of the Babes. I think it's Time to Kill. And it's the third. It's one of the few third person Duke Nukem games, and that one as well has it's fucking it doesn't use the analog sticks. Use the D-pad, which is Time to Kill. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so it's really annoying. It's really annoying.
I'm really glad we've moved beyond that.
Me too. Which, see, this is strange. I don't remember that far back offhand, but did the early controllers of the PS1 not have analog sticks, or they just
no? I have a day one PS1.
DualShocks didn't come out until '98.
Okay, so they actually didn't have the analog sticks, so that's why these games don't have them.
Really?
Yeah.
What did the original PS1 controller look like?
It was a D-pad and the buttons, and it was pretty much everything. Just
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I know. I'm looking at one. Oh fuck! You're right.
Yeah.
I guess it took me a while to get the PS1. I have one in my closet. That's.
I have the one that I bought.
DualShocks.
Geez, I wonder if the one I bought has the DualShocks. I think it does. So that's true because at one point they on the boxes themselves they would put DualShock.
With DualShock, I remember DualShock being a thing, like it was something special, and that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, let's do this. It's time to take our break. When we come back, we will talk to Chris Davis about what he's played. And then we'll talk to me. We'll talk to me. It's something about space, I'm sure. And I'll talk about what I played. And we'll take some more callers. Thanks, guys, for watching and listening. We'll be back in about 10 minutes at cocktail time at 4playernetwork.com.
got an infestation problem.
set.
Okay, fine.
Hey, everybody! Time to wake up, Chris! Chris is napping. He's having a nice little nap. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Cocktail Time over at 4Player Network. Thanks, everyone, for watching over at 4pp.tv live. We do this every single Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central. Special thanks especially to our subscribers over there at 4pp.tv. What you guys do really helps us keep our lights on here. All this stuff costs money, and we don't have any, so thanks for subscribing. And if you like what we do, we suggest you think about subscribing as well. We do pick a subscriber of the month. Get special subscribers are going to get special subscriber benefits. No ads on Twitch TV. All kind of good stuff that make your 4-player experience even better. What do you think? Let's take another caller after the break here. Let's see who this is. All right. I'll give it a second. All right, 3313. You're on Cocktail Time. What do you want?
Hello?
What's up, man?
Hello?
How are you?
Hi.
Who is this?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
This is Liz6005.
Oh God, it's Liz. Liz is one of our subscribers over at 4pp.tv. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Do you have any?
Looking to come kill me in Minecraft.
Who is Nick? Oh, me. So this is a funny story. So the last time we played community night of Minecraft that Tara ran, I was in. We had the community in there, and Liz was in there. And for some reason, I focused on Liz and decided that I wanted to kill her. So I spent the entire time chasing her around the world of Minecraft, trying to slay her. But I don't think she died even once, because I would invariably fall into a hole or something. It was very unsuccessful.
I was waiting for you. I got armor. I was scared. I was running scared.
Next time we should build an arena, and then
I was absolutely terrified.
Next time we should build an arena. We can do a proper battle.
Going, and then you can actually have fights. We have portcullises that open up.
We could actually do that. We could actually build like a huge coliseum, and we could have we could have community battles in there.
Battles to the death. That's how the next subscriber of the month is going to be decided.
I have to ask, though, Joseph, is this how you pick up all your women? Just chasing them through a field with a sword?
It usually works eventually, but I like this.
It's the nerdy version of pulling a girl's hair.
Exactly. Yeah. I like the speedy ones. So if they can get away, they're good. They're good to go.
Now I'm starting to understand.
Yes. So, Liz, do you have any?
If you're able to run fast, that means you're feisty.
Exactly. They need feisty. Yes. Do you have any advice for Chris and his excursion into Dark Souls? Do you play Dark Souls? Is that one of the games you play?
Absolutely not.
No.
I have no idea.
What do you?
I do have a question.
Okay. What's up?
Okay, my question for any of you guys: is there a game that you love that you are ashamed to love?
A game that we love that we're ashamed to love. Let's see.
Like a game that everybody else hates, but you're really good at.
Or even if they don't even hate it, we're just ashamed to admit, like a lifelong shameful secret.
Dead or alive, extreme beach volleyball.
You can confess your shame.
I'll go with the Rumble Roses.
Rumble Roses. That works.
Yeah, I'll go with Rumble Roses. What do you think, Chris?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think right now.
I would say, for me, for World of Warcraft, because it's the love-hate thing.
Yeah, that's that. I think, aside from Rumble Roses, it's my general love for MMOs in general. Anyway, it's one general too many. But just my love for MMOs and my ability to get addicted to them in a way that is probably a little bit unhealthy. Like my Planet Side 2 thing that's been going on. It's been less. It's definitely been less. I've pulled back because the new games are coming out and all that kind of stuff. But there was a couple of weeks there where that's pretty much. During my break, my vacation, that's pretty much all I was doing, playing Planet Side 2. I'm playing
until the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, no, until like 5 and 6 in the morning. So I'm battle rank 30 now.
That's 30 too many.
That is 30 too many. So to throw that question back to you, Liz, what is your game that you're kind of ashamed of?
All right. Well, I'd have to say probably Final Fantasy X-2.
Oh God.
One with the yeah. So I paid cash money for it, and I played it, and I had a good time. I felt bad.
So did you like was it the combat system? Because the combat system is actually pretty good. Or was it the overly girly story?
You can pretend it's like job classes.
Yeah.
They're just pretty dresses.
Right. That's actually the decent part of the game. That was my excuse. But what about the actual acting and whatnot?
The plot? No. I was sucked in. I really like Final Fantasy X. That's one of the first PS2 games I played. I liked it. I'm like, X-2, all right, let's do this. No, I was ashamed.
I've never played that one, so I can't even comment.
You should.
What makes it so bad?
Just play.
I think basically just look at the cover. You look at the dresses, and that's basically all.
It's all about the dresses, the foppish dressing of the people.
It's basically like a really kind of teeny anime series.
Okay, so it's like Twilight, like Final Twilight Fantasy.
I guess
that's a disturbing thought.
Does Kristen Stewart like cheat on you with a chocobo or something? We're pretty good.
Yeah, you have to get her back by glittering.
Oh, you glitter all over her. That's what happens at the end of the night. Yeah. So, all right, thanks, Liz.
I get pregnant.
Thanks, Liz. Talk to you later. All right. Where the hell are we? So, Chris Davis, you haven't. So, please, space or robots or some sort of something with electricity running through it.
Computers. Sounds like something I should play.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing absolutely nothing. I've been working on all these fucking videos.
You've been playing video editor.
I've been playing video editor. I figured I would reward myself for completing these videos by purchasing Devil May Cry.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
But I didn't get that done until like an hour before cocktail time, so I haven't had any time to play.
It's unopened.
Yeah.
So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to not open it and leave that on your table and then play shitty Connect games for the next 8 months.
Right. No. It's 6 months.
6 months.
You need to let it age.
Okay.
As we understand, good games get better with age.
That's true.
It's like a fine wine. You need to kind of let it stew.
Oh man, I don't know how chat's really feel about Devil May Cry, but I've never been a really big Devil May Cry person. Generally, I think I've played Devil May Cry 4 a little bit, and that's
I
kind
beat
of
1.
it. But I downloaded the demo because I wasn't able to pick up the full game, and I played a bunch of the demo. And did you play the demo, Chris, or are you like totally dry on the whole Devil May Cry?
I'm totally dry, unfortunately.
See, I need to talk to somebody. Maybe chat over at 4pp.tv can help me out, because I like action fighting games. You know, we've been talking about Dragon's Dogma, and it was my number one game of 2012, which you can see in my top 10 video that Chris Davis edited. So lovely. I love Bayonetta, and it's the controls of Devil May Cry, the new one, felt so awkward to me. And it wasn't like they felt slow or sluggish or too fast. They just felt very awkward to the point where my hands are almost like hurting by the time I was done playing this demo. Just the whole system of, you have the heavy, and then you have the guns, and you can shoot them up in the air. Like I don't know. When you use the move to shoot enemies up into the air, you then have to jump in order to hit them in the air and juggle them. Like, it seems to me that when you make that move, you should automatically jump to meet them into the air. Or is there another use for just getting them up in the air to get them out of your way? Because I always felt like having to scoop them up in the air, then jump, and then hit them felt very awkward. It felt like there was one more button press that I really needed, because I couldn't think of a reason I'd want to do that move and not be up in the air with them.
I think that's the thing is, like, was a very classic controls for the Devil May Cry series, because and this is speaking from beating the first game 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I haven't played 2, 3, or whatever. So it's that's very tied to the original control. So maybe that it's just, aside from trying to update it and bring it into more kind of a modern setting where it's just like, I do this, I'm going to want to do this next.
Right.
I mean, what scenario am I not going to want to do this next?
Right.
Kind of schema that they didn't want to offend the people that were hardcore fans of the series and were like, well, I mean, this isn't exactly mapped into what keypad they had.
Well, you can
1995.
You can totally remap the buttons, and I did that already because they initially felt really awkward to me.
Yeah.
So I fixed that. And then there's a system where you can switch back and forth between, I guess it would be light weapons and dark weapons, which is like a fast weapon and a heavy weapon. And I remember Darksiders does the same thing, where you can switch off between weapons really fast, but it does it in such a way that feels really good and feels very fluid. And I haven't played these games back to back, so unfortunately I can't tell you what technically it is they do differently, but for some reason the way they do it in Devil May Cry feels awkward. Like, sort of switch weapons, you have to hold down either left trigger or right trigger, and while you're holding it down you use the one weapon, and while you're holding down the other one you use the other weapon. And I don't know, it feels weird. And then if you want to like pull something towards you, you hold down left and you hit B. And that feels weird. And the controls just feel weird to me. And I 100% will relent that this might just be a me thing, that for some reason I need to fiddle some more with the layout of the controller or what. But it's just the whole thing. I never felt like I was getting it the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: have you played Ninja Gaiden?
A little bit, not like the NES one.
I'm talking about.
No,
isn't that one where you can wall
They're
jump?
entirely different.
You can wall jump back and forth.
One's 2D scroller and one's a 3D action game.
I know.
A little different,
Just a little bit different.
Well, because what I was going to say was, I used to be really good at Devil May Cry. I beat the shit out of DMC 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. And in the interim between 2 and 3, I decided to try out Ninja Gaiden.
Right.
And for some reason, during that time, because of Ninja Gaiden, I swear, I lost all my skills at DMC.
Oh, that happens a lot. Yeah.
So when I came back for DMC3, I couldn't get past the first fucking boss.
Right.
And granted, I understand that the Japanese hard mode was the normal US normal mode, but I just couldn't do a damn thing. I was getting my ass kicked left and right. So I was just curious if you were having the same kind of issues of controls with it as I was.
I don't think it was like that because I wasn't really coming off of anything. I've been playing some more Dragon's Dogma since talking about it during the year end. I was like, I want to go back and play some more because I finished the game, but there's all Game Plus stuff that I haven't really completed yet. There's all this like Everfall stuff I still can do that I want to do yet. I don't think that was it, but I understand what you're saying because I had the exact same thing happen to me when Enslaved came out. Because at the time, I bought, I think Castlevania Lords of Shadow came out at the exact same time. And I wanted to play both, but I was reviewing Castlevania Lords of Shadow. So I bought them both, and I played Lords of Shadow first, from beginning to end in like 3 or 4 days, the most. I did my review, and then I started playing Enslaved. And I couldn't stand Enslaved, because Lords of Shadow combat is very quick, it's very fluid, it's really fast. But Enslaved, because Monkey was a sort of hulking kind of guy, it's much slower, it's a little more technical, and I could not fucking do it. And I kept on getting hit because I kept on wanting to hit back instead of defending or going back and giving those robot things you were fighting a little bit of room, because that's the way you had to play that game. And I got so frustrated with Enslaved because I literally had so much trouble getting used to the controls after 4 straight days of Castlevania Lords of Shadow that I literally put it down for like a week, and I didn't touch it for a week because I was like, fuck you, yeah. And then I ended up picking it up again, and then having some break time between them helped a lot, and I ended up loving Enslaved and getting through the whole thing. So I know exactly what you're talking about. But I don't think it's that. I think it's just the way the buttons are laid out and the way you do stuff just doesn't feel exceptionally fluid to me, and I just might need to just muscle through it and play some more. But eventually, I want to pick up DMC. I think next week is a light week. I think the week after next week is when there's a bigger Dead Space 3 comes out. I think. Oh no!
God, what?
No,
really?
no, Dead Space 3 is
no. That's
February.
The week after. Next week is the Hitman trilogy. And I think that's about it.
Yeah. So I'll probably end up picking up DMC in the next couple of weeks. But.
Dead Space 3 is coming out like this month or next month?
February, yeah.
February 5th.
Yep. Dead Space 3. I'm going to need partners to co-op because it's a co-op game now. Every game need multiplayer. Got to get multiplayer and everything. Get it in. Get the multiplayer in. Get it in. Get that fucking multiplayer in there. Yeah, you
Dead
fuck.
Space 2
yeah, you fuck. Get that multiplayer in there. Oh, what
you haven't finished.
What are you thinking about not putting multiplayer in? Get it the fuck in there! Get it in! Get in that multiplayer! Put in that multiplayer, you fucking developers! If you don't put in the multiplayer, EA is not going to give you any more money! Get it in! Get it in! Oh, the multiplayer feels so good! Yes! Yes! Okay, what? Sorry.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I lost myself.
Let me finish chastising Bob. So you haven't finished Dead Space 2?
No.
Oh,
why not?
Shit.
Where are you?
See, I got yelled at for not doing it on hard, and so now you.
I haven't finished it. Period. Where am I? That's the thing is, like, last time I played it, when the fuck did I play it? I'm. State kind of major milestones.
Okay, are you on the Sprawl? Are you on the ship that can't be named? Are you past the ship?
Ship? You go onto a ship?
Okay, then you're before that. Have you gone to the elementary school?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, have you gone through the Church of Unitology?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's about halfway.
He should be approaching some utility areas, and that's the halfway mark.
I've been going to the utility areas.
Okay.
I remember that much, where I had to do some zero-G stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you still got about a half game to do, but...
Oh, okay, so all right, yeah. I played about 50% of it.
You need to beat this game because it has it's just fantastic. The last half hour is fucking wonderful.
I think my problem is like I'm halfway through and I think I still have like the starter armor.
Yeah, once you start, wait, why do you so? You should be upgrading.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't find the other ones. I'm crazy like searching other things.
No, it's like blueprints, and you just buy it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, find them and upgrade because goddamn.
Yeah, once you start getting more of the armor,
they're just in the store. You can just buy them. You get them.
Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. You have to find the blueprints, and then you go to the store and you purchase it.
Right, and I'm crazy for like exploring every last nook and cranny before I move forward. So I must have them.
I can almost imagine you pick them up and you just don't know they're in your inventory.
Yeah,
probably. I'll check. Because the last time I was playing, Chad was all like, "Oh my god, he's in that armor! What the fuck?" Maybe I guess this is bad.
I would hand it to you. It'd be pretty ballsy if you beat the entire game on starter armor, but
I'm pretty sure I've upgraded my armor at least once or twice.
Oh no, you need to complete this game before Dead Space 3 comes out because Dead Space 2 is such a good game.
All right, I'll try to dedicate some time. When's Dead Space 2 coming out? February
5th.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you've got this week and change. That's all you got.
All right, I'll try to do it.
I think the issue here is that Bob is now playing Dragon's Dogma.
You know what?
I'm sorry, Bob, but priorities.
Secret. I'm playing it right now.
He probably is.
Yeah.
Are you really?
It's hooked up to my PC. You want to see?
Let's see. He's actually.
There's my 360.
Instead of focusing,
it's it. There's the 360.
Instead of focusing on cocktail time
and Dragon's Dogma.
He's actually
look at that bullshit.
Jesus Christ!
I'm managing inventories, bitch.
Oh my god!
Deposit.
It is important. It is very important.
Yeah, I figured because I got so much shit. I gotta. My character's carrying. Why is my character carrying 28 pounds? The fuck.
You wanna not. Because moving around it gets really annoying when you start getting encumbered.
Yeah.
So I always keep my Dragon's Dogma character light, and even if it goes up to average, I start giving stuff to the pawns.
What are these like special things? Like, why do I need like first journal entry like worm hunt? I could probably.
That stuff. Yeah, that stuff for you put them together into books, and I think you can make the books into magic stuff.
So I want to deposit.
You want to keep that together.
Deposit them.
Yes, deposit them. Carlos is in chat over at 4pp.tv, and he's wondering, Bob, if you talk about BLOPS.
Oh my god, you want me to talk about BLOPS?
You might as well.
Carlos, I don't think you want me to talk about BLOPS.
I think he does. Of course he does. Go for it.
I don't think he cares what you say about BLOPS so much as you're talking about.
He just wants you to talk about it. Yeah.
Well,
well, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is a video game.
It is a video game. There's shooting involved.
There's shooting.
There's you shoot other people.
Oh my god. So, okay, my main problem is that I'm not. Let me preface this by saying I have always been a PC shooter. Like, I always played PC for first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
So switching to an analog controller is really difficult for me. I can play games like that's the thing. Is like I can play. I'm not used to auto aim. I can play Dead Space just fine. I can aim just fine in Dead Space. I can like with Shadows of the Damned. Perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
A lot of those kind of first-person shooters are fine. As soon as there's any kind of auto aim involved, I'm shit. Like utterly shit, because I'm not expecting an auto aim. I'm not expecting there to be some kind of adjustment automatically.
So the gun sort of flips toward an enemy, and you are oversteering already to get away.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I can't hit the broadside of a barn because it's autoing like it's auto like it aims to them, and I keep moving this way because it's like I'm moving this way to aim it at them. Like what the why the fuck did it lock on?
You actually have to delay your aim by like a half a second.
Yeah,
like allow the auto aim to do it, and then And
then it's like for any kind of I guess Carlos is saying auto aim on BLOPS doesn't really snap to enemies. It kind of gets near them.
Mm-hmm.
But it once you target them, it sticks to them. Yeah, I guess a little bit sticks to them. That's the problem too. Like if they're moving around and you're trying to, and the auto aim's auto adjusting it, and you're trying to fine tune that, how the fuck are you going to shoot them?
Well, you don't fine tune it; you just shoot.
Yeah, I think that's that's one of my biggest problems with the game. Like I turned off my auto aim and we were doing the one bullet things, where you have one bullet in your handgun and you have a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I did fine. Actually, I ended up getting almost to the end of that.
Oh, nice.
But it's just like some of the auto aim stuff is just, it throws me off to the far. It's just like Yeah. But Carlos always says is in chat, he's saying right now, BLOPS is about pro, nothing about aiming or not about aiming. It's the thing is, like, if I can't shoot dudes, that's like the entire game.
That's pretty much the main mechanic, is shooting dudes.
That can be an issue.
He has all my matches saved in theater mode.
Oh.
He's analyzing them. He's like my manager.
He's trying
to turn me into a pro BLOPS player.
He's like, we should do a little story. Like you can be like Rocky, and he could be. What was Rocky's? It was Burgess Meredith's character. What was his name?
Hang on, I looked up Rocky the other day, actually.
Burgess Meredith was the guy who played the coach. Mickey,
yeah.
I saw a joke, or somebody had a joke thing, and I thought that would be awesome. Where it was a Burgess Meredith alarm clock, and when it goes up, it just goes, get up for God's sakes, get up, like in a Rocky when he falls down.
Nice.
They're pretty funny. So not liking the BLOPS, Bob.
I think I'm not going to blame BLOPS. I'm just going to blame it on my distaste for first-person shooters on the console.
Right.
Okay. Like if I played BLOPS on the PC, I'd fucking love it. I would probably have no problem with it. I love it. I'd love the online. It would just be no problem. Like I'm perfectly fine on adjusting for latency on first-person shooters on the console, or on the PC, but not on the console. The console's just way too much for me.
Is there BLOPS on PC, or is that just a console release?
Yeah, no, it's on PC.
Okay.
It's on PC.
I wasn't sure.
Was BLOPS fun? Yeah, it was fun with you, Carlos.
Carlos makes it all fun.
You made it entertaining. Because it eventually turned into Saving Private Ryan, where Private Ryan was Bob.
I watched a little bit of this broadcast, and chat was all rooting for you, Bob. You were like, you know, you were like the little guy from your Dragon's Dogma. What's his name?
Yeah, Tiny Tim.
Squigglycock?
SwaddleCock.
SwaddleCock.
Itty bitty SwaddleCock.
You were kind of like the SwaddleCock of BLOPS that night.
Yeah.
You know, trying hard. Look at the little guy go. He's trying so hard. Oh, man.
Don't choke, SwaddleCock. Don't choke.
Man. So Dead Space 3 is coming out. I'm kind of excited about that. I played a bunch of Dead Space 2. I mean, I finished Dead Space 2, and I played a bunch of Dead Space 1, but I never finished Dead Space 1. So, Chris Davis, is it worth it for me to go back and finish Dead Space 1?
I think it is. I think it's a pretty fun experience.
I'll tell you, in some ways, I actually enjoyed sections of Dead Space 1 better than Dead Space 2, because I like the fact that in Dead Space 1, you're not playing this hero character, you're just basically playing a maintenance guy.
Yeah.
That just wants to fix shit, and he got thrown into this world. And then by the time you get to Dead Space 2, like, you're kind of that you're a superhero, and you're fighting the aliens. And that's okay, but that's so...
You still get sucked into it. Like, you don't want to do it.
No, I know, but I'm still, like, I like the fact, as Carlos said, I like in the first one, you're just 100% a space plumber. You know? You're kind of the anti-hero.
That's true.
I like that. And I don't know, like, there's so many big, tough, manly heroes. It's just sort of, you know...
It's nice to have a guy that's just like, this shit's fucked up. I just want to go home.
I just work here, man.
No, it's worth playing. It's worth playing. I mean, it's got a pretty decent story to it.
I think I didn't finish it because I got frustrated with a couple of sections. I think some of the 0G sections really frustrated me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of put it down.
Do you remember exactly where you quit?
I think it was around the one when you were in this very big room and you have to get the turbines started that are on the roof and on the sides and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
And then you have to go through the turbine, and then you have to go outside, and getting through that turbine was such a pain in the ass.
We just do the slow thing, right?
No, there was more to it than that, though. There was more stuff going on, I believe.
Yeah, I think you had to use stasis.
Was that Dead Space 1?
This is Dead Space 1 I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember, because I remember that. And I think, obviously, I've played that part. It's probably Dead Space 1.
Yeah, no, I remember it was around there is when I stopped.
We got to play it in order to understand the markers and the Aegis 7 and just really what went on down there. So it's pretty worth it.
So by the time I got to Dead Space 2, and I did finish that one, but I was kind of lost in terms of story. I was just, okay, well, I'm going to go through this experience, but I didn't have much of a sense of background story.
It's worth going back and playing through it. And then I really recommend playing the DLC that came for Dead Space 2.
Okay.
I believe it was called Shattered, I think.
All right. Shattered.
And it starred two characters from Dead Space Extraction, the light gun game.
Oh, geez. The Wii game? The Wii game?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
Yeah, and that's actually a really interesting self-contained story there. So, Severed. Carlos in chat there said Severed. That's the title of it.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. It's like a really mini Dead Space experience.
Okay. Well, I'll have to... I will play the DLC. I'll look into getting the DLC before Friday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I am so excited for Dead Space 3. I cannot wait for that game.
We'll have to do some co-op then.
I'm going to play single player first and then play co-op.
We should do I mean, you can stream. We can do co-op online. I mean, co-op on the feed together.
Absolutely, we should.
Yeah, because I can't stream that stuff, but you can, so that'd be good.
If I get through Dead Space 2, maybe I'll try to gameplay it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
You can see how shit I am. Wait, is it how many player co-op is it?
2.
Well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, you can't play.
You
bitch.
go have your gay orgy.
You can't play.
Jerk each other off while you're fucking killing necromorphs.
We'll take turns. We'll take
Screw
turns.
guys.
We'll take turns playing with Chris.
Yeah, we'll double team.
Yeah, well, we don't have to take turns, and one of us have to watch from the corner the whole time.
Oh yeah. Well, just keep yourself ready.
I like that. Speaking of games that I
necromorphs everywhere.
Yeah. I love them. The severed arms.
Oh. Speaking
Give
of
myself
games,
a third arm.
Speaking of games I never finished, I stuck in. Speaking of sticking in things, what the? Oh my god, my brain just fell out of my fucking head. Now all I want to say is I just want to keep on saying Oliver North. No, Alan Wake. Alan Wake.
Alan Wake is a very good game. I don't know how you got Oliver North from that.
I don't know. I never finished Alan Wake, and I just threw it in.
Really?
And I played some more of it. And I think I'm going to finish it this week. Maybe you could let me know how far I am into it. I just got to the point where I found Al's helicopter after I met the old lady in the sanctuary, and then I was talking to Al, and then I was in the pipe, and then his helicopter crashed. You're almost at episode 6, which is the last one. Okay,
so you're pretty close to beating the game.
Okay, yeah, I'm almost there.
I have Alan Wake. I just haven't. I mean, obviously, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, no.
With many other things, I haven't played. Alan Wake is one of them. I got it on a Steam sale.
Okay, yeah, no, it's a great game. My one big issue with Alan Wake, and I started to feel it about a half hour after I was playing it some more, and I know why I stopped, is I just found the action sequences too numerous and too tedious after a while. I mean, you're kind of constantly going through and using that mechanic where you're using your flashlight to take away what would be the dark shield, the darkness from the evil people, and then shooting them with your gun. And it's a great mechanic, but I just felt like there's just too much action in that game. Like, there's way too much. I thought that game needed a lot more areas where there just wasn't a lot going on. You know, I thought it was paced very poorly.
In the final episode, it really opens up. I mean, you can get in a car and you can like drive all the way across the town in order to get to your destination, and it kind of really opens up. And the enemy encounters, they can be both you can run away from them, but at the same time, they don't feel as, I don't know, choking? I guess that'd be the word.
I think no, that's a great way to put it, because I felt like I couldn't move 10 feet without getting attacked by something all the time. And it seemed like the pacing was a little too thick for what that game should have been, because it has such great atmosphere. And I just kind of wanted to sit back and have more moments to enjoy it. I wanted less encounters, but making those encounters more memorable. And the game sort of started off that way, like especially with the when the heavy equipment comes and attacks you and lifts up the house that you're in and stuff. Like that scene is so great. I thought there should have been more scenes like that, but less encounters overall. And I think that would have made the game a little bit better.
No, Alan Wake is definitely worth finishing.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
If I'm that close, I should just, and like you said, I can run through a lot of these things. But here's my question: is there like a big goofy boss fight at the end of this game, or is it just a little more serene?
No.
Okay, good. I was dreading having to be like in the middle of town fighting this giant evil monster that was made up of like burned up cars or something, and I have to like use my flashlight on each limb in succession to blow them off, and then at the end, I finish it off or something.
If you play the DLC chapters that come with it,
I heard those are really
the lighthouse one at the second one, that does have a pretty big boss fight in it.
Okay.
So, and I think that's meant to be like the end of Alan Wake 1 period.
Right.
So, I guess there's your final boss, but it's DLC.
Yeah, I don't want to play that.
It's not bad. It's a pretty interesting encounter.
I have this thing against traditional boss fights, and I tend to dread boss fights because so many of them are done so poorly, or just dull, or just boring, or doing the same thing over and over again, that I've come to this point in my gamer life to where I dread boss fights in general until I start playing them and I see that it's something different, like maybe the car chase boss in Binary Domain, or the final boss in Dragon's Dogma. Things like that are wonderful, but those are very, very few and far in between. Sometimes I just rather no boss fight at the end of a game.
I can understand that.
I know. So I can understand how some people really want them, and I think maybe were you saying this, Chris, that you felt like that was like having a really good boss fight at the end of a story was sort of the zenith where it all just sort of came together. No, this was Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff was talking.
Yeah, that was Jeff.
Yeah, where to him the final boss fight is the culmination of the entire story, and that's where you have to that's the moment where you're fighting your greatest adversary, and it should be difficult and it should be hard, and triumphing over that is what kind of gave him his sense of closure in a game. And I'm paraphrasing him, of course. And I'm kind of the opposite. I kind of feel like a boss fight can sometimes just kind of like, how are we going to finish this game? How are we going to close all this out? Like, oh, I don't know, we'll just a big old boss fight.
A lot of times it's such a deviation from the norm you have with a gameplay. It's so jarring how different it is.
It can be. It definitely can be. Especially in a game like Deus Ex, but we know what happened there. Human evolution. They can't be blamed. I almost hate to bring it up because that wasn't even their fault. They didn't even do that. They just farmed it out. Unfortunately, they farmed it out to the wrong people.
Yeah.
But no, I will play Alan Wake. I'll finish that off because Nick would be angry if he found out. Nick would be as angry about finding out that I didn't finish Alan Wake as you are hearing that Bob didn't finish Dead Space 3. It's not
I just think you're doing yourself a disservice by not finishing Alan Wake, and for you, Bob, not finishing Dead Space 2. You're missing out on great endings to some pretty damn good games.
God damn it. Do our callers have anything to say about final boss fights and ending the games?
I don't know, let's see. Let's get another caller in here. This is going to be... I guess I can do this because they're listening to us, so I don't need to unmute them. Phone number is 6189. It'll take a moment because there's lag. Hey, you're on cocktail time, unfortunately, for you.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Who were you in chat?
Oh, sweet. I am Mika Bozu in chat.
Oh,
How you
hey.
guys doing?
Good, how you doing? So you have anything to add about boss fights?
Boss fights? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really done much with that since Zelda. I don't know.
That's the original Zelda. Once you killed Ganon, that was it for you. Done with it. No more boss fights.
I mean, why not?
I guess so. I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, I mean, Shadow of the Colossus was all boss fights, so what are you going to do about that? Man?
That's true. That was an excellent game.
It's hard to do. It's like feeds like 2 seconds delayed.
Yeah, don't listen to the feed. It's going to throw you off.
Yeah, listen on your phone. Probably better.
Yeah.
But I guess, unfortunately, the feed sounds a lot better than the phone.
I would, well, I guess since Joseph, you haven't beaten Alan Wake, and Bob, you haven't beaten Dead Space 2, I guess I might as well admit to a game that I haven't played and or haven't beaten.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
Shame on you.
Wow.
I haven't beaten it either.
I mean, yes, it's a damn good game.
I played it. Halfway through it.
I played
Dead Space.
I haven't. I'll admit I haven't.
Amazing atmosphere, Take it full steam, really cool game.
I haven't beaten it either, but I played it. Why have you not played it, Chris? It's just you never got to it. It does have a horse and a sword in it, so I know that you immediately reviled the thought.
Yeah, I kind of was put off by that at the beginning.
I mean, you're kind of playing a Treo from the Never-Ending Story.
And plus, nobody's speaking English in this game, so it doesn't make sense to me. No, but my friends and I actually tried to start Shadow of the Colossus together, and we got through the bird Colossus.
Yeah, that fight. That's awesome.
And it took us an hour and a half to figure out how the fuck to get it to fly down and so we could latch on. Mm-hmm. But no, I didn't have access to games, so I never played it.
You never had access? You don't get mail?
No, I just never got around to buying it.
Okay. No, that's understandable. There's probably a lot of old classic games that I never played just because I never had a chance. Heavenly Sword is a game by Ninja Theory.
Well, I mean, on that note, I actually had a question for Joseph, if you would indulge me.
Oh, sure.
Sorry. Yeah, so I know you've been playing, well, I know, maybe not that recently, but you've been playing a lot of old PC adventure games and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'm actually a big fan of that genre, which is interesting because it seems like nobody else is these days, because it's so easy to do wrong, I guess, so easy to really mess that up. But there's this one particular game now, which I really like, called The Last Express, which was done by Thornton Mechner, the same dude who did the original Prince of Persia. And I just thought that might be cool for the feed. It's kind of a cool atmospheric game. I don't know, just suggesting. It's on Good Old Games. Okay,
no, I'll check it out, Last Express, because I know that Reborn Revolution from Chad is it's kind of upset that we haven't played a lot of adventure games recently. And I know she's just itching to get back to getting me through these things.
Yeah, I really should get into as well, because I grew up on LucasArts adventure games. I grew up on the whole Full Throttle. I grew up on Loom. I grew up on King's Quest. I grew up on the whole Monkey Island series. I fucking love those games.
Right there.
Yeah, I remember the first game I ever played on PC when I got my first PC, and my parents got the first PC, and I might have been 12, 11, 10 or 11 or 12 or something. And I used to play Wolfenstein 3D on that thing all the time. But the computer came with the adventure game for Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And I remember playing that, and I used to want to play it all the time. I mean, I love that game. So, and then I used to play Hugo's House of Horrors. Remember that old game on the PC?
Yeah.
So I used to play that, and yeah, I kind of grew up on those. I mean, those were the big time video games of the day. And people kind of talk about how adventure games are kind of passé, and the FMV was really silly, but at the time, that was the shit. That was the high end shit right there. So
the first game I've ever played was.
I guess they're coming back with indie games now, but.
That's true. There's a lot of people that are bringing back a lot of stagnant genres, like the whole dungeon crawler genre, which you can maybe find on 3DS with Legend of Grimrock. No one mainstream is going to make that.
Yeah.
So there's definitely the indie and the crowdfunding really brought those genres back. But I remember the first game I played, period, was in preschool, was King's Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes a King's Quest style game these days?
Nobody.
No one.
Cool. And there's that new game called I guess The Cart, which is an adventure game or a point and click adventure game about setting up a street cart. So it's definitely coming back. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Tex Murphy Kickstarter was successful. So they actually, I think, should be in the process of making a new Tex Murphy game.
Yeah, it has
actually
Double Fine. Let's go.
Yeah, and Double Fine did that. So
there's a what was that? The Kentucky something.
The Kentucky.
It looks
I
like
know what you're talking about, but I forget the title.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god, what is it called? The Kentucky something. Christ, why do I sound like a retard?
You are a retard.
Shut up.
Because you're playing
Kentucky
Dragon's
Highway.
Dogma.
There we go.
What, Bikini Highway?
Kentucky Highway.
Oh, there's a Bikini Highway.
I see.
It's an adventure game.
White sausage.
Tex Murphy and the Curse of the White Sausage. I like that. Sausage.
It's
And
I
then
think it's an adventure game. The first episode came out, I think, and that's it's animations and visually, it's an amazing fucking game.
Really?
I'm not sure. Is it an adventure game? I can't really remember. It looks like an adventure game.
Oh, forget it. I mean, there's The Walking Dead, of course, which is in there.
Oh, yeah. If you
I
want to call
remember back
It's
in
kind of-
May, there was a Kickstarter for two guys from Andromeda Space Adventure, and it was done by the guys who did the Space Quest series. So that game got funded, so that's coming.
actually, another one of my favorite games from now that I keep mentioning space, the space adventure games, was the Dig.
I have no idea. What is that?
The Dig?
The Dig. I don't think I know The Dig.
Holy shit! You haven't played? Oh my fucking god! You got to play the Dig.
I'll play The Dig.
It's actually, I think it's a book. It's based off.
I love all those games, man. That's classic stuff.
Was The Dig an old game or is this a new game, Bob?
It's an older game. It's an old LucasArts game.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
I bet it's on.
It's a lot of fun.
Freaking LucasArts games.
Man, yeah. It's nostalgic now. Just remembering all these old games, and now all I play is action shooters and RPGs, and
I'll tell you what,
that many adventure games.
You know what it is, though? I liked the old FMV stuff, and just the silliness of it. I mean, that last Tex Murphy game I played was so fucking silly. I loved it. It's like there's this sense of tongue-in-cheekness about some of those games that you don't really find anymore. I mean, even
Absolutely.
like I was excited when the new Twisted Metal came out, and they were putting that together, and we heard that they were doing FMVs, and I was like, oh, cool. Well, anyway, the cutscenes are going to be live action, neat. And I thought they were cool and high quality and whatnot, but I kind of was disappointed at how serious they were,
Yeah.
And I thought, like, I wish they would have just been a little more tongue-in-cheek and humorous like they used to be.
What's more serious than Big Red? I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, oh, it's strange. I mean, that's fucking awesome. And I know that Jaffe's moved on and stuff, but I wish that those cutscenes would have had a little bit more of a personality and humor to them, rather than look like a late night Cinemax horror movie sort of thing.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mika.
I mean, I know there were a lot of like really, really bad FMV games too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Most of them were just, were pretty awful. I mean, I think there are a couple that really did it well. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm really going over time here.
That's cool.
But, my favorite game, like the Myst kind of genre, it's also in the Myst series, is Riven. It's the sequel to Myst, which I thought did the live action stuff perfectly, and it's very seamless. And it's a really cool world. The puzzles are, fucking impossible, but, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I always hated Myst, but so I never even looked at Riven because I don't. I'm sure you've seen me play these old games, like you said, and if there's anything I hate about these old games, it's the puzzle sections.
It's not for everybody. I know that. I mean,
the puzzle sections are the worst, and I always just have Reborn look them up for me if I can.
Yeah, some of the solutions are too obscure.
Well, it's just the section of the Tex Murphy game where I had to put together ripped pieces of paper was excruciating to play, and I'm sure excruciating to watch. It was really pretty bad. It was really pretty bad.
Yeah, man, because, I think that the reason that people like Brad really hate these kind of games is that it's so hard to do puzzles poorly. It's so hard to just it's easy to make a poorly designed puzzle.
Yeah.
Arrange these soup cans, or, just because you have to progress.
Right.
Yeah.
They're more like, they become more like roadblocks than puzzles. It's almost like they were put in just more like to slow you down.
Exactly.
Pad the place up.
It's really, you don't really find a lot of intelligent kind of puzzles these days. It's more of a, put a fucking puzzle in there. We'll look up something online that's obscure.
Puzzle. Make these two lines match up. All right, we got to move on. Thanks, Mika. Later, man.
You know what? We need a modern day seventh guest.
You know, that's on GOG. I should play that one too.
You haven't played seventh guest yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's right up your alley.
Now, is it like Phantasmagoria, that kind of thing?
Yes, there's sex, there's FMVs. Okay. It's fucking awesome.
Because I'll tell you, there's two games that chat really liked when I played them. One was Phantasmagoria because it was so ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And the other one was the first Gabriel Knight game I played.
Oh yeah,
which is so ridiculous. And there was a sex scene in the first Gabriel Knight, which was so ridiculous and so bad. And this guy's having sex and with his girlfriend or whatever, and he starts like almost like turning into the wolf as it's happening, and his eyes are rolling in the back of his head. It's very unsettling. So,
that's awesome. That just sounds like fun.
It does. All right, it's getting late. You guys have anything else to add? We got Brad waiting in the wings over at.
Is he jonesing?
He's Jones, and he texted me saying, "You guys almost done?" And I'm like, "Yeah, almost done. Don't worry about the Brad." You know. You guys, anything else you guys want to talk about, or are we all good here?
I don't know if you've done it yet, but have you played Brutal Doom yet?
No. So here's I'll say this real quick before we shut it down for the night. I downloaded Brutal Doom, tried to play it, realized I need some other Doom file to play it. Try to download that particular file. That didn't work, so I think I'm just gonna have to buy Doom 2 from Steam, and then I think you can just connect it through that. So I have pieces of the puzzle in place, but I do want to play Brutal Doom. In fact, I was thinking about Brutal Doom, and then I really wanted to play Doom 2, and I had 400 extra points, Microsoft points, and so I bought Doom 2 on Xbox Live.
That's why you were playing it last night.
Yeah. So, and then
saw that.
Bob, that has multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer. We can play Doom 2, either deathmatch or cooperative.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god.
I gotta play it. I'll play it. I'll get that set up, maybe for a couple of weeks. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks everyone for watching live over at 4pp.tv. If we didn't get to your call today, we'll be doing this every week, so we'll get to you eventually. But thanks for holding on. Make sure you check out the main website, 4playernetwork.com, for video game opinion, news, editorials, and reviews. And make sure you watch us live every night playing video games and having shows and doing podcasts over at 4pp.tv. Stick around, everybody, because Brad's going to be taking over with some sweet, sweet, luscious video games. Later.